Happy Monday. Welcome to twitch.tv/Ice Cream Bloods. How are we all doing? Welcome in. My name is Graham Day, and I'm not joined by the bib still. Still a couple of weeks, at least, until we get the bib back on the channel. But you guys are here, right? You guys are going to fill in the gap, the bibby-shaped hole in the scoop, right? Right? I can see you're all doing that. The Gaming Ninja. Is that Junior? Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in. Nichio. In nice and early this morning. How are we doing? Not a busy morning? Nice. Is it a busy morning? You just throwing down the support? Either way, appreciate it. Tisbat. Hey, hi all. Mr. Garlic Clark is here. Okay, we've not had that one for a while. Exclamation mark Garlic Clark. I'm a poet. And I didn't mean it. Oh, it just not working. Fuck. No. Okay. Why didn't Garlic Clark work? I only did one C. God damn it. Okay, let me try again. Garlic Clark. There we go. Garlic Clark. What a guy. Tazbad said, "Are you saying we are as fat as Bib Ruff? As Bib Ruff? I mean, Bib could be rough, but Bib is not fat. He's cuddly. He's cuddly. That's what it is. I say they say something today. What do you mean? What do you mean? Jesus, still no Bib. How long do you get off to look after a yogurt chuck? Months. He's not going to be back until Feb. Although there was like some paternity-ish stuff, but Bib's like, fuck the world. I'm going to take all my holidays in one. So yeah, he's enjoying life. He's enjoying life. How are we all doing? Do you all have a good weekend? We had a decent weekend on the channel. So if you didn't join us on Saturday, we played through even more PUBG. PUBG's in a really sweet spot at the moment because it's just gone free to play, so there is tons of new players. So the queue times are shorter. Those people that are very good at the game have got some people that aren't as good at the game, so you get a lot of easier kills. The win percentage for most people that have been playing for a while has probably gone up, which is nice. Yeah, we had a chunk of wins on the channel. We had some games with Lotus, with some games with Nichio. I accidentally murdered Delta Beard. We don't mention that. Anarchy Max, Kane, plenty of people jumped in. So it was a good stream. If you didn't see it, we had all the clips as well. We got to play some games with Kylo Ren, which was nice. We got a Kylo Ren helmet game, which was decent. We also got to hear Lotus tell us why alligators are angry. That will soon be a clip on the channel. It's not here yet, but it will be soon. 2K, if Ray's the cover, they should say something on Raw. He is a Raw superstar. It makes no sense to do it on SmackDown, but I get you. Well, we'll jump into that one. That is our second story of the day. We are leading with something else that's a little bit different, just to mix it up a little bit. But I'm hyped. Yeah, 100%. Why does my camera keep going away? Honestly, my microphone gets too high and it goes, nope, I can't recognize your face. Let's drop the mic. Can't wait to hear it. It'll be there. Do you know what? I might even have chance. Let's see what time we're on. Because I managed to get started pre-12-ish. I might even get a chance to get that clip in this afternoon. I did manage to get one clip cut and put into the stream. So there shouldn't be a need for it to be used today. But if I'm ever playing video games on stream before, which we do on a Wednesday night and a Saturday morning, and I'm on the wrong scene, which happens pretty often. I may be sat here chatting to you. There we go. If I'm on the wrong scene and you want to see the video game but you can't see it, just type !scene and Ditchy will you hear the luxurious sounds of Ditchy echoing through the stream. So there you go. Thank you very much to Ditchy for doing that as well. Can't wait for the alligator clip. It'll be on soon. WWE 2K Battlegrounds wasn't all that. I mean, it wasn't meant to be all that. It was an alternative game, should I say. It was something a little bit different. Not quite the heights of old school alternative wrestling games, but it was all right. It was just something to plug the gap while they worked on the main game. So we'll come back to that anyway. The Uncharted Legacy is unfortunately fake. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. For fuck's sake, let me get to the story first, mate. Pro streamers are always on the right scene. We clearly aren't pro streamers. No comments. Oh, not the pink fluffy vibrator clip or square sausages. No, neither of those. Get in the bin. Just the Enzo clip where it just says square sausages, over and over again. Anyway, that was Saturday's stream. Let me tell you a little bit about today. My name is Graham Day. This is Ice Cream Uploads, and in true Ice Creamy fashion, this is The Scoop, the UK's #1 video game podcast, if we do say so ourselves. Over the next hour or so, I will give you my thoughts and impressions on the biggest, the best, and the breaking stories from the world of video games. And I want to hear your thoughts and impressions. If you are live with us on Twitch, please do feel free to get involved with your thoughts and impressions. I will then give you my thoughts and impressions on your thoughts and impressions. And it's important, though, that you do give said thoughts and impressions because we are live on Twitch, but the live stream gets turned into a podcast, a video on YouTube, and an audio podcast on iTunes and Spotify and SoundCloud and Google Play. So there's lots of places where people watch and listen on demand to this podcast. They don't just join us live on Twitch each and every single weekday at 10 a.m. It's important, though, that you do get involved. As we mentioned, over 105,000 people have listened to this podcast. So get involved. Yeah, nice. Okay, nice. Okay, we get that out of the way. Let me give you some reminders before we jump into the news as well. We are live on Twitch right now. We will go live on Twitch Monday, Wednesday, Friday with episodes of The Scoop. We aren't running every day of the week because we are half of the team down. So Monday, 10 a.m.-ish. Wednesday, 10 a.m.-ish, Friday, 10 a.m.-ish with The Scoop. We will have PUBG on Wednesday evening and Saturday morning. We also have !insert coin. We will be live on the Insert Coin Twitch channel this week. Official Insert Coin is their channel. We'll be on Wednesday afternoon. So Wednesday will be a 3-stream day. The Scoop in the morning, official Insert Coin in the afternoon, PUBG in the evening. 3 streams. It might even be a double PUBG stream day. You never know. It probably will be. We'll probably be playing PUBG on Insert Coin, so if you want to join us there, nice. As well as that, let me remind you that subscribers get prizes. If you have a Twitch Prime lying around that you haven't used, feel free to throw it down on this channel. Not only do you get ad-free viewing and access to, quite frankly, the best emotes on Twitch. I'm not going to lie, they are. They absolutely 100% are. Feel free to get access to those, but all subscribers get entered in to win a prize once a month. Wiki TV won a copy of Call of Duty Vanguard this time last week, so the next one will be the first Monday of February. And if you want to get involved with that, all you need to do is be in something that day. Nice. And I've just thrown my pen. Nice. Cheers, Garlic, you ruined it now. Fuck's sake. So if you want to know what is ruined, these are the biggest stories of the week. Lego Uncharted set has been rumoured and squashed, apparently, already. Nice. Before we even start the show, by brickfanatics.com. That is the story that they're going to run with. Whether it's true or not, we'll go through it anyway. We will then jump into the fact that WWE 2K22 has been detailed, including the cover. Allegedly. That's thanks to a leak online. Elsewhere, PS3 games have started appearing on the PS5 store. So if you want to play old school games-ish, mid-school, they're not really old school, they're old-ish, you know what I'm saying? PS3 games, they have now started appearing on the PS5 store. Doctor, thank you very much for the host this morning with 13 viewers. You've been PUBGing it up this morning, Doctor. Hey, welcome into the stream. If you are joining from a host on Doctor's channel, do feel free to click on the Ice Cream Uploads name. That way you can join us in our chat and you can get involved with the discussions over here. But the third story of the day, as we're saying, PS3 games have started to appear on the PS5 store. That could be huge news for the people that missed out on a full generation of PS3 games. There is a lot of people that had an Xbox 360 but never got a PS3. Missed out on a lot of games. There's a lot of games from the PS3 that never had any sort of forward compatibility or backwards compatibility, whichever way you want to look at it. So could be big news. Could be big news. Potential headline story there, even though we pushed it to the third story of the day. That's big news. That's big news. And then we'll jump into the fact that Hogwarts Legacy may not launch until 2023. It's rumoured to be coming out. It's apparently coming out this year, but it might not come out until next year. And then a story submitted by David on Discord that says Halo 3 players help a fan to get their final achievement before the servers close. Nice. Community stuff. Love to see it. Second best, you mean? Touche. Yeah, I mean, Kane does have some pretty snazzy emotes, not gonna lie. Danny Day 83. Oh, hello. Alrit. Timeless says, morning, WWE baby. Tito says, congrats to you, Sony guys, who are now able to play the backwards compatible games we on Xbox have always been able to play. Have you? Have you always been able to play Metal Gear Solid 4? No, didn't hear anything. It's nothing to do with the fact that you're not in the room. It's the fact that you can't get out of here. But that's the thing, is console wars aside, it means that there are games like Metal Gear Solid. PS3 was a bad generation to code for. Because of the infrastructure of the console, it was hard to export games from the PS3 to other systems. And Metal Gear Solid 4 is the prime example for me, being a big fan of Metal Gear Solid. Not the fact that we've obviously covered a bunch of those games, but Metal Gear Solid 4 hasn't been on any other system but the PS3 because of the difficulties of getting off that. I don't know whether that means Metal Gear Solid will be in that, but anyway, we'll come back to that one shortly. For now, though, let me jump in to the lead story of the day. Where is the Chrome? Where is the Chrome? It's around here. There it is. Nice. Okay, this is the first story of the day. Lego Uncharted set rumoured to include more than 1,000 pieces. This is written by Jack Yates at Brick Fanatics. This was shared in the Discord by Tito, who just shared it as a little bit of a discussion piece. It wasn't even meant to be included in the scoop, but it's a nice different tangent. We usually have the same sort of stories. I mean, I didn't want another Monday full of either NFT news or revisiting the Activision situation again, all that kind of stuff, so we thought we'd lead with this. So a Lego Uncharted set with the same name as the fourth game is rumoured for later this year, with over 1,000 pieces as the film release nears. Instagram user Falcon Brick Studios is reporting that a model based on the Uncharted video game franchise is on the way, potentially giving us another PlayStation set alongside the previously rumoured Horizon Zero Dawn build. It's worth mentioning that the account in question is mostly known for reposting other rumours, but claims to be the source for this one. Be sure to take what you read with an appropriate amount of caution just in case. According to the user, the set will be named 76987 Uncharted A Thief's End. The title was also used for the fourth game in the franchise, meaning it may be specifically based on the events of it. The rumour mentions that it could include 1,326 pieces to make up a jeep and a cave, which would presumably be decently sized given the reported high piece count. It is also stated to be a part of the rumoured Lego gaming theme. Minifigures of Nathan Drake, the protagonist for most of the Uncharted games, Elena Fisher, and Victor Sullivan, also known as Sully, are mentioned as included in the rumoured set. A feature film based on the franchise will release on February the 18th, and a new collection of the games is also out on January the 28th. I'm dying. Should this report prove accurate, we may be seeing the first Lego Uncharted model on the shelves from March the 1st, though remember that this information could be false and should be taken with a pinch of salt until confirmed otherwise by the Lego Group. The two recent Lego PlayStation set rumours are not the first potential sign of a partnership between the Lego Group and the media company, with a named console being included in 76175 Attack on the Spider Lair, though nothing has come from that model since it launched in March 2021. There you go. Nice. Okay, I need to get my breath back. I had my breathing off, and then all the way through the article, I'm trying to get my breath back, but whilst you're still trying to keep talking, it's difficult. Usually I go to, over you, babe. There you go. Get my breath back. Nice. But I couldn't do that halfway through. Anyway, so let's not spend much time on this because Gary's already killed it. A Lego Uncharted set is rumoured to include more than 1,000 pieces. It's got a jeep. It's got a cave, apparently. That was the rumour that we started off with this morning. However, Mr. Garlic Clark, who is a big fan, I mean, the thing to remember as well is Gary Clark, not only does he like to destroy children's dreams and podcast stories, but he also knows what he's talking about when it comes to Uncharted stuff. So, Mr. Clark, where is your source for this not being legit, by the way? Do give us the details. I want to know how you know. Share. PS2 games are coming to the PS5 too. I think like the older stuff has been around for a while, right? Or has it not? Maybe I'm mixing that up. Maybe I can't quite remember. I don't see. This is where we need the Bibby guy, the Bibmeister, because Bibby plays a lot of retro stuff. I play a lot of PUBG, and then after that, not so much. Didn't the original Xbox have like 11 decent games? Stop rounding them up by 6. Actually, it was 13. Click on the guy's Instagram page. Okay, let's click on Falcon Brick Studios. Let's go do some digging. Sorry, this page isn't available. Okay, well, it looks like his Instagram is dead. Nice. Falcon Brick Studios, Falcon Brick Lego news. Okay, don't know why the link in that was weird. Okay, this is the dude's Instagram page, Falcon Brick Studios. So there we go, fake. Okay, guys, so apparently the Uncharted rumor turned out to be fake. I'm deeply sorry. Fuck's sake. Well, that's the end of that story. Nice. Search his name on Google, it'll come up. There you go. So, well, do you know what? It was a nice thing. The thing is, though, is this has done the rounds. This is starting to get news articles everywhere. So one thing that could come from this is it could not just troll streamers, but it could actually lead to something. There's been rumored stories for a while around the likes of Horizon, which is a first-party game from Sony, from Uncharted now, another first-party game from Sony. So could this be, you know, the little bit of a conversation that gets things going? We'll see. It could still happen for sure, Miller. So yeah, we'll see. Tito's writing one. One. Nice, Tito. Let's move ahead, though. So, oh, bollocks. I've just scroll locked. That's not what I wanted to do. We won't stick on that story for too long. Since it's already been disputed, gives us a little bit more time to jump into this, though. The fact that WWE 2K22 details... Okay, give us the video. There you go. Including the cover allegedly leak online. This is written by Vikki Blake at Eurogamer, and the tagline says, "The Lord works in Mysterio ways." How good is that? So details about the upcoming WWE 2K22, including its cover, have reportedly leaked online. According to the Twitter account of Technic News, Rey Mysterio will allegedly grace this year's cover. That's kind of already been confirmed. I mean, it hasn't been confirmed, but we've seen Rey Mysterio in previous video footage going back to last year. So I mean, that's kind of, you can take that bit for granted-ish. Obviously, a slight pinch. Anyway, this site also intimates that pre-orders will go live soon, quote max, but stopped short of providing a definitive date, although we already knew that it'll be sometime in March. But that's not all that's leaked. According to Technic News, a 3-day early access period will go live on the 8th of March, and the WWE 2K22 Deluxe Edition reportedly includes both the Undertaker Immortal Pack and the Season Pass. Thanks, VGC. So there we go. We have images of the packs. I'll come back to those shortly. I'm going to keep going through the article first, though. So the former allegedly includes 3 additional Undertaker personas. Phantom Mask Undertaker, Lord of Darkness Undertaker, and Boneyard Match Undertaker, as well as My Faction Evo cards for the Undertaker, as well as unspecified My Faction perks and bonuses. It's also available as a pre-order sweetener, too. As well as the standard and deluxe editions, there's also a reference to a WWE 2K22 NWO 4 Life edition, which is also reportedly included, which will also reportedly include the Undertaker Immortal Pack. The annual franchise took a year off in 2021 after Visual Concepts WWE 2K20 was widely panned, prompting Sony to issue refunds to unhappy customers, as countless players posted clips of bugs and other issues, and Visual Concepts attempted to patch up the game. Ultimately, reception to the broken WWE 2K20 was so poor that a planned WWE 2K21 follow-up was scrapped. Instead, we saw the launch of the cartoonish WWE 2K Battlegrounds instead, whilst the main series was given more time to rest up before returning. We'll find out in March if it was worth the wait. Nice. Okay. I mean, aside from Tito, because we know Tito is a big fan of men in spandex, as he puts it, WWE 2K22, we've spoken about this before. We are excited about this. What do you guys think? Obviously, if you bought WWE 2K20, there's a good chance you could be like, yeah, we'll wait and see. Because 2K20, honestly, wasn't a great game. It was... Oh, it was bugger. It was the Cyberpunk of WWE games. It was a shame. I mean... Visual Concepts had a lot to do by picking up from where Ukes. So Ukes were the previous developer of WWE games, and 2K decided to move to Visual Concepts so they can run everything in-house with their own development teams rather than using Ukes, an external dev team, to build their game. Ukes obviously had years of experience doing this, Visual concepts, not so much, and that was apparent. They clearly bit off more than they could chew in an annual release. So 2K19 came out, which was a great game. A lot of people are still playing 2K19 now over 2K20. 2K20, not so much. It fell incredibly short, which is a shame. I know I've played WWE 2K20. I tried to play it again last year to try and... How can I put it? Okay, we are doing some content off of our own backs for WWE 2K22. I want to show you what we have planned, but I can't just yet. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. However, to build up to that, I wanted to play some WWE 2K20 to start building up to 22, and it's just not. It's just not there. Trying to play WWE 2K20 just doesn't compute. So we stopped doing that. So we will start doing some content building up to 2K22 because we want to do some content on the channel. We want to get you guys involved where possible. So we are clearly interested in WWE 2K22. But what do you guys think? Are you willing to forget what happened with 2K20 as a result of this? Does this news excite you? The Undertaker content, the NWO for Life rumors, the covers. What do you guys think? Let me get the discussing now on screen. I didn't do it with a Lego story because we weren't on it for long enough, but we'll do this now. Delete. Okay, on screen. Nice. Infinity Gaming, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome into the stream. Thank you for getting involved in the chat as well. Hello to you. How are you doing? Happy Monday. Timeless says, actually, let me jump back up. There's a bit more. Mr. Gallic Clark says the tagline is effing mint. That is fucking genius, by the way. Vikki Blake is a great journalist. She writes as a freelancer for numerous different outfits, but she has written this article for Eurogamer. And if you missed the start of the article, the title says WWE 2K22 details, including the cover, allegedly leak online. That's the title. Then the tagline, the Lord works in Mysterio ways. Fucking genius. GG's. I do like Eurogamer. They have some exceptional taglining going on. It's usually Wedgin Pool. He has some excellent punnery in his taglines. I don't think I need to reiterate my stance on WWE. Get out of here, Tito. This seems debatable. I saw a new cover today that's got Roman Reigns on it, and he is the champ now and longest running. Interesting. Okay, have you got the link to that cover? Because this is the cover that has been doing the rounds for the last week or so. This one is shared by Nils Arensmeyer, who writes for technicnews.net. So this is the cover that he has. Rey Mysterio Deluxe Edition on the left and the Standard Edition on the right. He goes through all of the details as well in his tweet thread, saying about the Undertaker Immortal Pass, the Season Pass, 3-day early access. Does he mention anything? Yeah, there you got NWO for Life. So yeah, there you go. That's where all this is taken from. This, for me, fits because we saw Rey Mysterio Jr. in the stuff last year. There was a video sequence where we saw like the camera fully panning around it. Isn't Rey Mysterio like the featured character in? I always forget the name of it. What's the story mode within the game? Isn't he the featured character within that? Is that? I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, so him being the cover star kind of features with me. So when you're saying it seems debatable, ads. Why? Because that seems like logic to me. Why would you have Rey Mysterio as the featured star in the first teasers and trailers and then not have him as the cover character? That just seems like the logical progression. Timeless says, sold. Nice. Either way, I'm buying it. Game looks awesome. Timeless says, very excited. I am, just not when they're wrestling. I didn't get the issues most reported in 2K. In 2K20, but yes, it wasn't great. I mean, I played it after all of that stuff. When a game is having that many issues, I just don't touch it. Same thing with Cyberpunk. I don't have enough time to play buggy games, and with the amount of content, obviously, that we churn through on the channel, not just putting out, but the content that we skim over, we read, we view, we see, just to stay in the loop. There was tons of content, so much And I know not just from seeing people's videos online of like the ropes disappearing, people like bugging off into the air and stuff like that. I mean, it's not a case of I just seen that stuff on Twitter. I know people that have experienced that and know them like closely. So I've got accounts that I fully take on board, as I know that person is someone I trust that is legit. So it wasn't great for me. I did go in and try it. About 4 months ago, I went back to it. Actually, maybe it was more like 6 months ago. For those that don't know, for those that know who Manny is, OF Manny, great content creator on Twitch, plays Football Manager, plays PES or eFootball, plays FIFA, plays Call of Duty. He played quite a bit of WWE as well. But even last year, 6 months ago, he was playing WWE 2K19 rather than 2K20. And I thought, well, yeah, it's had a bit of time. They'll have fixed it anyway. I went in, it wasn't quite what I want. There has been some changes as well to the control scheme. So for those that may have played the older SmackDown style games, a number of the changes to the control schemes this year are to take them more to that style of game, which is an infinite win for me, because that is kind of like the heyday of wrestling games. But anyway, let me jump back. Where did we get to? Chat is rolling. Good afternoon, G, says Gagad. Welcome in, dude. Good morning. Good after morning, should I say now. It's 8 minutes into the after morning. So how are we doing, Gagad? Did you have a good weekend? I'm also super excited for the AEW game, Maker of No Mercy in the team. Sold. Isn't that Ukes? Isn't AEW being made by Ukes now? So Ukes were essentially evicted from WWE and then picked up straight away by AEW, right? Right? Graham and Bibby and 2K22 confirmed. Well, you never know. You've seen if I don't know whether it was in 2K20 because I dropped off away from wrestling games after about maybe not long after Here Comes the Pain. I moved away from them and I tried to go back for 2K14 and I just didn't enjoy it. So I went back for 2K20. Didn't really enjoy that either. So I'm long overdue for getting back into wrestling games. But 2K19, and I assume you can do the same with 2K20, had all sorts of downloadable superstars. People were making, I saw Black Panther, Spider-Man, Iron Man, all these other custom things. So if you can get fucking Black Panther and Spider-Man in the game, you 100% will be getting Graham and Bibby in 2K22. Confirmed. I actually know. For anyone that's an old school PES player, obviously you may be aware of option files, so you can download and install the kits for games that you want. Anyway, Glenn, aka Glenn the Magpie, aka GTM Pro, aka PES World. Glenn was the founder of PES World, which is one of the option file editing sites. He does a lot of WWE content, so if he does WWE content for 2K22, I will 100% ask him to make us. Fact. I thought it was already known that Ray was going to get a game cover because it was part of his contract, so he wouldn't go to AEW, and that's why his son got a big story, considering he's still looking. I have no idea. There you go, David, with the bombs. Very good tagline. He's been all over the trailer. Yeah, exactly. Last year's trailer, he was all over that. Roman Reigns was in the trailer too. Also, Ray's leaving WWE soon. His contract's up. He's having one last WrestleMania match, then giving his son the mask. I mean, that kind of is the reason for him to be the cover star, though, right? If he's having his one last match, nothing is bigger for a superstar than their end match, their final one. If you know this is the end of the dynasty, the end of the line, then people tune in, people want to see more, people make a song and dance. So if it is his last match, then this is the only chance now that WWE has to put him on a game, or even 2K has to put him on a game. So it kind of makes even more sense for him to be on it. If he's still going to be there at WrestleMania and the game comes out in March, that's perfect. Get Rey Mysterio on it, let's have a celebration and send him off with some fireworks. So I fully believe that Rey Mysterio will be the cover star. Nothing that I've seen so far will make me change that opinion. If you show me something different with Roman Reigns that stands out as much as this, then fair dues. But at the moment, I'm still all over this. Ray is on a Legends contract. He signed it about this time last year. I've not played a WWE game for years. Same. Well, apart from 2K20, obviously. But I didn't play enough. My issue with 2K20, which is being fixed in 2K22, apparently, is for anyone that's played a fighting game, be that Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, whatever, or old school wrestling games, you can punch and kick. I'm going to hit you. You can do a reversal or a block. Nice. 2K20 and the games before that, it was a case of you had to save up for reversals. And if you went to do a reversal and got your reversal reversed and you've got no more saved up, it's like, okay, well, I have to sit and watch the game. I have to take a beating and there's nothing I can do about it until either my my opponent fucks up or I get another reversal saved up, which was just shit, if I'm being honest. And I've said it before, and I won't sugarcoat it. It's shit. It's shit as a player. It's like playing PUBG with the Gulag, where you have to wait 10 minutes to get back into the game. That's it. Timeless says run away. Yeah, but how can you run away when you're knocked out? That's the point, is you can't run away. If you're flat out and the opponent keeps picking you up and putting you back down, picking you up and putting you back down, if you're awake and you can run away, fair enough. But it's you just got battered. And that was it. And then eventually, you'd come back to it. I mean, there may be a setting, but if it is, it must be a setting that the other person must have as well. Or it's not even an online setting, because that is one of the most fundamental problems across it. You read any of the reviews, you see anyone's comments about it, it's the same sort of thing. And even within the content about the next game, that's one of the most widely reported on things, is the fact that you don't need to save up reversals, because that fits into the narrative of watching a staged wrestling match. That The Undertaker will have a period where he's on top and Rey Mysterio gets battered. But then Rey Mysterio will hit some sort of high-risk reversal, and then The Undertaker has a period where he's getting battered and Rey Mysterio's on top, and it's like a seesaw, one up, one down kind of thing. But that doesn't compute into a fighting game. It's not a case of, oh, well, it's your turn to be on top now while I sit and get battered. Nobody wants to do something. If you're watching TV, that's fine, because you are watching. Whereas in a video game, you are actively taking part. And when you're actively taking part, you don't want to have to watch your character get battered. So that was a huge, huge flaw in the game for me. The fact that they're working on or that they have worked and are delivering that in a different way could be big for me, because before that, it was just... I dropped out of the game when they introduced the stamina system. I wanted a game, not a sim. Yeah, I mean, I don't even mind it being a bit more simulation. It's just I don't want to watch someone else play a game and then wait for my turn to come back into it. I need engaging content with that. Well explained. Thank you very much, Suds. How we doing, dude? If I'm having to watch someone beat the shit out of my guy until I get an opportunity to come back in, and it's gone because he's reversed my reversal, or he already had a reversal set up. I reverse, get one hit, and then he reverses mine back, and it's back to the, okay, we all start again. It's not good for me. So the fact that we can all, camera, sort yourself out, we can all have a little bit of a brawl and keep in the game, that's much, much better for me. So either way, we will play this. We will play some content when it comes out. We are good friends with the team at 2K, although we have lost Mr. T at the 2K side of things. We do have relationships there. So hopefully we can do some cool stuff with 2K this year. We have good plans, whether it's with 2K or whether it's just on our own. We have some good plans and some good stuff coming though. Nice. Normal Roman Reigns, Deluxe Rey Mysterio, and a third. I mean, there's an NWA, what did they say? NWO For Life edition as well. So you never know. You never know. As it's interactive, you not being active in it is a bit ironic. Exactly, and that's the thing. It's frustrating. People are like button bashing, and I say people, I mean me. And because I'm doing it, I know other people are doing it. Playing this game, like, why am I just sat watching? Let alone the fact that it was a bit clunky and stuff anyway, because it wasn't made particularly well, the last one, despite visual concepts, best attempts to get it ready in time. It wasn't solid. It was it was frustrating because you put up with all of the bugs and the issues and stuff. If you're still there, still playing the game despite all of the issues, and you're then having to watch yourself get battered, your hands off, waiting for a chance for the, oh, by the way, you can start trying again now. It's just, it's not for me. So 2K22, looking forward to it. The fact that there is a 3 days early access period, I am a big fan of, because a lot of people will have been like, yeah, 2K22, nah, it's going to be like 2K20. They didn't even have a 2K21. Why would I play 2K22? Excuse me. A lot of people will have written it off. 3-day trial period. Perfect. Get in, get yourself 3 days, go, okay, this is pretty good. If the game is good, that is. Obviously, the caveat, it might not be. But if the game is good, that is the perfect way to do it. Free to play for 3 days and then get involved. Nice. They need to strike a balance. I like the more technical, drawn-out matches. I like the technical storytelling in matches. No, I get it. I feel like there's different ways of doing it. It's almost like Assassin's Creed Valhalla. We want to make this game longer, so we're just going to add grind. That's the WWE equivalent of that kind of thing. It's like, okay, we want to make this match seem more technical and not just a slogfest. So we're going to make you have to earn your chance to fight, which I don't feel is the right way of doing it. It's nice that you do get a bit of that WWE narrative, taking turns to compete, and it kind of balances things out a little bit in that sense. But the flip side is it doesn't balance things out at all. It could just be a case of you have to watch your guy get battered for 6 hours. It's like, fuck, I'm in the fight and I can't get back into it. It's not even like it's drawing it out technically. It's just drawing it out kind of thing for some people. So it's not for me. I've got to head out quickly, G-Man. Hopefully you'll still be on when I get back. But if not, I'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day, mate. See you later, chat. Thank you very much, Garlic Clark. I love you. Nice. Deluxe edition perks. Actually, they've been doing that for years. 70 or 80 quid, though. Deluxe editions. Perks. Yeah. I mean, it confirms that there's multiple editions in this. The deluxe edition, as you can see, just in this artwork. So there is the standard edition on the right, and there is the deluxe edition on the left. Plus, as it mentions here, the Undertaker Immortal Pack is included in the deluxe edition and the NWO for Life edition. So this is confirming that there is at least 3 editions. 3 you have to feel should be enough. I mean, this has Rey Mysterio as 1 and 2, and then WWE as 3, NWO as 3. We will see. The new modes interest me. My faction, GM mode, a new story mode, and universe mode is different. Yeah, I am incredibly hyped for this. I feel like last year's drama around the game, and the year before's drama, should I say, is exactly what this game, this, I want to say series, franchise. I mean, how can you put it? Is WWE's its own brand. 2K making that game, whatever it is, whoever was the decision maker, whether 2K were beholden to WWE, whether 2K were moving away from Ukes because they didn't feel like they were getting anywhere. Either way, you cannot convince me, even without the 2K20 drama before that 2K games, the WWE 2K games were stagnating. You can't convince me that was not the case. So whatever the reason for the well, not even whatever the reason, there has been numerous reasons that have led up to taking a year off and moving ahead with 2K22. It's had a lot of impact in terms of they've changing up the way the game's working for a lot of people. They're revisiting modes that were left behind, like the GM modes and stuff like that. So it might have been a shit show 2 years ago, but that could be the reigniting of the fire underneath the franchise. That combined, I mean, it might not be that. It might just be the fact that Visual Concepts are bringing all of this to the table. Yes, they had a lot to learn and they didn't have enough time to do it, but they're on their 3rd year now because they had 1 year for 2K20, they had 2K21 off, and now they're making 2K22, which is coming out a little bit later than usual. So 3 and a bit years have gone into this game. That could be a case of this. It might not be perfect. It's probably not going to be perfect, but this could be a great start to a few years of WWE games, which I hope so. If we can get that, then that's more than enough for me. Nice. Standard Golden Deluxe. Was Rey not released from WWE? Adson David says no. Apparently, Ray is going to be leaving at WrestleMania, but I pass. Hasn't been a GM mode for years. Very excited to come back. Exactly. And that's what I mean. Is the GM mode coming back because they want to bring the GM mode back? Or is the GM mode coming back because they need something to bring people in after a bad game? Or is the GM mode coming back because Visual Concepts has more capacity than Ukes, and Ukes didn't do that before, whereas Visual Concepts can? We don't know. It could be a mixture of all of those things. Either way, we have new control schemes, revitalizing and re-adding old modes that had been dropped, with a big push towards new content. Like I say, even if this game isn't up to scratch, it does potentially signpost a great few years for WWE games. This could be the start of a great period. I hope so. Ray and his son are current roster members. Universe mode, you can play as one wrestler now too if you want. Cannot wait. The game best have Stone Cold though. He's got to be in there, right? Right? He's got to be. He's got. What? I mean, that obviously punnage intended, but if he's not there, what? I mean, what? Oh, that was more like lift, right, lift. Anyway, moving ahead. I haven't touched, apart from a little bit of time on 2K20, I haven't really touched a wrestling game since the PS3, which is a nice tangent because the next news story is on your screen now. Jordan Midler at VGC says PS3 games have started appearing on the PS5 store. Several last-gen games have been spotted amid backwards compatibility reports. PlayStation 3 games have started appearing on the PS5 store amidst suggestion that Sony could unveil further backwards compatibility support for the console. When viewing a PS3 game on the PS5 store, the listing should direct the player towards the PlayStation Now version of the game. However, Dead or Alive 5 displays a price, $7.99. Other users on social media have reported seeing similar listings for PS3's Bejeweled and Prince of Persia games, The Forgotten Sands and The Two Thrones, each with their own purchase prices. At the time of publishing, users have been unable to purchase a PS3 game from the PS5 store. The listings could be in error, but interestingly, Dead or Alive 5 on the PS3 isn't available on PlayStation Now in Europe. The listings have appeared following the discovery of a patent filed by a PS5 system architect Mark Cherney titled Backward Compatibility through the use of spoof clock and fine-grain frequency control. This has naturally led many to speculate that Sony has finally developed a solution for older titles and could soon expand PS5's backwards compatibility support. It also arrives following a Bloomberg report from December, which claimed that an Xbox Game Pass competitor service is being prepared by PlayStation. According to documents seen by the publication, the new service is codenamed Spartacus and will combine the current PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now services, phasing out the branding of the latter. It's expected to launch for PS4 and PS5 this spring and to be structured across 3 payment tiers. And then we're seeing all the images, Jordan Midler, Advent Carmen, Game Riots, all posting images of the stores. The first tier will reportedly include existing PlayStation Plus benefits, such as online play. Okay, we don't need to go through all that sort of stuff. That's just Game Pass-ish competitor. The main headline, though, is that PS3 games have now started to appear with costs and pricing, like Dead or Alive 5, as you can see here, on the PS5 store. Interesting. Obviously, take all of that with a pinch. This is super early. Nothing's been confirmed. This only broke yesterday. But it's pretty exciting, right? When I signed up to Twitch, the Suds edition was taken. I had to sign up for the Suds Deluxe edition. Nice. Suds Deluxe. Nice. Like a bit of narrative with a name. You'd love to see it. Isn't there a reveal or something happening this month? What, for WWE? Do you know what? Now you say that, I kind of feel that. Or do you mean PS3-ish stuff? I'm sure you mean WWE, because I kind of remember that. It was like more to come in January or something. Do you know what? I even had the 17th in mind, but that's today. So, do you know if something comes out today, then yes. Let me just add the discussing now to the stream. Who is interested in playing some PS3 games? Obviously, not everyone is interested in backwards compatibility, but what are your thoughts on this? Do feel free to get involved with your thoughts and impressions in the chat. It's important that you do, because they'll go on YouTube. Nice. Okay, PS3 games have started. No. PS3 games appearing on the PS5 store. Okay, is that going to fit? Yes. Nice. I'm back now. Soz was finishing the game. No worries, Doctor. No worries, Doctor. Did you get the dub? I hope you get the dub. Makes perfect sense with the rumour of PS Game Pass service being launched soon. Yes, a January announcement for WWE. Yeah, I thought so. My grandson, Batman. Your grandson is Batman? Nice. Actually, if your grandson is Batman, then your grandson is Bruce Wayne. Therefore, you are a bajillionaire. Let's go, Tasebad. Let's go. So yeah, PS3 games appearing on the PS5 store. A lot of people won't be interested in this. Don't get me wrong. It's a PS3. I've got PS5. Why do I want this? But this is huge in terms of, like, we're talking about this at pre-show or pre the news anyway. PS3 as a system was quite badly designed. I mean, this mentions Mark Cherney within the article. Mark Cherney is the one that's been quoted as registering a patent called backward compatibility through the use of spoof clock and fine-grained frequency control. Big words, but Mark Cherney is the system architect for the PS5. He was also the system architect for the PS4. I'm not sure if he was for the PS3. All I know is when we got the PS4, like, tear down deep dive of what the system was and how it was running. At that point in time, Mark Cherney said the PS4 was manufactured with developers in mind, and they consulted a number of video games developers from around the world on how best to create the system, how that architecture needs to be developed to allow developers to make games bigger, better, faster, more compatible. And that is why the PS4 was such a significant step over the PS3. A lot of people don't realize just how hard it was for developers to develop for the PS3. I mean, these days, not that the Xbox and the PlayStation are the same console. These days, they are similar from a coding angle. Let's put it that way. Super simplifying it. It's a much easier to create a game now for the PS5 and the Xbox Series X because they have very good architectures. The Xbox 360 and the PS3 were very, very different. Very different. And that is the reason why there is so many games for the PS3 that people haven't played. I keep mentioning Metal Gear Solid 4 because it's a franchise that's supremely close to me. So a lot of people, at least in a Metal Gear Solid 4 sense, won't ever have had the chance of listening to this. Yeah. So yeah, a lot of people won't have played Metal Gear Solid 4 because it was made for the PS3 and it was supremely difficult to take that game and drop it into other systems. So you might have seen there has been the Metal Gear Solid HD collection, which has like Metal Gear Solid 2, Peace Walker, and 3, I think it was, or something like that. Then there was the Metal Gear Solid Legacy collection, I think it was, which had like all the games or something, which was only available for the PS4, but not on the Xbox and stuff. There's these different ways of accessing the games, be it on PC with the likes of the old school games that were on, like, was it GOG.com or something like that? I can't quite remember. None of them have had Metal Gear Solid 4. Not that this even mentions that. This is just me using this as an example. Could this be a case of, if the PlayStation team, Mark Cherney using his spoof clock and fine-grained frequency control stuff, is that big words for we have an emulation system so that we can run PS3 games on a PS5? I mean, it makes sense. A PS3 was an absolute clusterfuck in terms of development. It did the job, though. It worked. But it took a lot of effort to make it work. The PS5 has about a bajillion times the strength of the PS3 inside it. Better processors, much faster processors, better graphics systems, all of that sort of stuff. SSDs as opposed to just straightforward 60 gig hard drives kind of thing as PlayStation launched with back then. The PS5 will have no problem running a PS3 game. It's just how it decodes and computes that. So if they found some format that they can run PS3 games through, I wouldn't be surprised if we start to see more games pushing through. If this is real, this is a big, big move because that generation was so problematic. No negatives with more games to play, says Cosmic Sugar. Exactly. That's what it is. It unlocks potential. There is no negatives in this, and it's not just the same as we can play more PS4 games. This is a generation of games that have effectively been locked away from people that didn't experience them at the time. Not all of them. There are some PS3 games that obviously have been remade and brought forward and stuff like that. But there's a lot that weren't, and this opens those doors. Semi-excited, played most of the PS3 games I want to and still have my PS3. Because the PS3 was a huge fuck-up for developers. You've said it already. Exactly, Timeless. It was a bad system architecture for external developers. It was great for Sony's developers. The PS4 marked not just a change in success, because the PS3 was kind of a drop-off for PlayStation, not only from a development perspective, but from a sales and marketing perspective. The Xbox 360 was a game changer for Microsoft. The PS4 not only saw a revitalization of the PS4 in terms of the consumers, but in terms of architecture and development too. The PS3 didn't have that. This could be a case of, okay, we found a way to bridge that gap now, which is pretty exciting. That is pretty exciting. Anyway, moving ahead. We have two more stories. We won't spend too long on these two. They don't require much discussion. It's just a little bit of information for you, something to box off your day. One of them is a little bit negative, and one of them is much more positive. So we get both sides of the coin. This one is the one that's a little negative, only because of excitement. It's not negative in terms of any major way, though. Jordan Midler at VGC has the negativity I talk about, and it's the fact that Hogwarts Legacy may not launch until 2023, it's claimed. Journalists' sources indicate a slip for the Warner title. So Hogwarts Legacy, the upcoming Harry Potter RPG, may not launch until 2023, according to a journalist speaking on his Sacred Symbols podcast, paywalled on Patreon, transcribed by VGC. Colin Moriarty, when his co-host brought up the game in discussion, said, "I'm hearing behind the scenes that the game is not coming out this year and that it's in some sort of trouble." While Moriarty didn't elaborate, the game hasn't been publicly shown in some time and currently has no release date beyond 2022. Late last year, Rachel Wakely, Warner Brothers general manager, spoke to Toy World magazine about the Wizarding World IP, in which she referred to two major releases in 2022. The first was the upcoming Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore, she said, which releases in UK on the April the 8th, and then the second was Hogwarts Legacy. From what we've seen, the launch will be well worth the wait and deliver a unique way for fans to interact with the franchise, end quote. This could suggest the game isn't set to release until after Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. It was also reported that Hogwarts Legacy will reportedly add the ability for players to create transgender heroes following controversy stemming from comments made by series creator J.K. Rowling. In the 18 months, we don't need to go down the J.K. Rowling rabbit hole. We will stick with this. Hogwarts Legacy may not launch until 2023. Is that a surprise for anyone? What are your thoughts? Tam says, not surprised. Only next year. All good. David's saying, with it saying spoof clock, I think it is an emulator because with the more technical, older emulators, you had to adjust the system clock to play the versions of the ROMs. Okay, there you go. David with the technical know-how. I will say, okay, great. Back to this, though. Hogwarts Legacy may not launch until 2023. It's simultaneously surprising and not surprising for me. It's not surprising because we haven't seen anything on this game, really, for a while now. We saw that interview that it mentions in a toy magazine. We haven't seen anything really on the game since... Did it miss E3 last year? I'm not even sure if it was in E3 last year. It might have even been E3 before. It could have been E3 last year. Maybe in the Warner Brothers stuff. I can't remember it, though. Do you know what? I will just say potentially 2 years since we've seen... Well, a year and a half since we've seen stuff on this. I could be wrong. However, so that doesn't surprise me. We haven't seen anything for this game in a year and a half. It doesn't surprise me if it slips, because if they were shouting, singing about it every 5 seconds, it's just about to release. Because there's been a long period of silence, there has been no build-up. They're not just going to drop a game like that. So... Okay, let's say you got 3 to 6 months before a game comes out. where you hammer it, where you build up to it. So it's at least not coming before the summer. So that's half of the year gone already. All it takes is a few months to pass by, and then you've missed all of the spring, all of the summer, that autumn window where games like to come out because everyone spends money on them, and then you get into the Christmas period. I mean, it could still come out at the end of the year, but it wouldn't surprise me if it slips. The reason I am surprised it could slip until 2023 is the first footage of this game that we saw, which was leaked from a presentation, that's got to be 3 to 4 years ago now, right? Maybe even 5. There was a video that was shared, and it showed like customizing the wizard and using spells and stuff and attacking, and it looked fecking amazing. It looked really, really good. I mean, to be fair, the game does look incredible. If you're a Harry Potter fan, you will absolutely adore this. However, that was like 3, 4, 5 years ago, and this could slip into 2023. Let's say if it was 4 years ago, we'll go with the middle ground. 4 years ago, you'd have even expected it to release last year, and then you've got to move to 2022, and then it comes out in 2023. You're looking at 5, 6 years from leaks to. I mean, that's video games are in development for that long, but not always, not often, and if they are, not from a marketing standpoint. So that. It surprises me that the game will have been in such a long development cycle. But then again, when I think about it even more, I mean, apologies, I'm going backwards and forwards. Ride this thought train with me. This is a game that's being made by Portkey Games for Warner Brothers and features brands like, obviously, the Wizarding World, which obviously is not exclusively owned by Warner Brothers, but you've got film franchises and stuff all around this that will all be putting fingers in pies, trying to move things, trying to have their say on what can and can't be done, trying to move dates, trying to make sure that it releases in certain windows or outside of windows so that there are complementary releases or non-pirating releases. You don't want to release certain things in certain windows because you don't want to draw the fanfare from others. What I'm trying to say there is sometimes you will get games released in a long time films because they complement each other. Sometimes you will get games moved away from films release windows because they don't want to muddy the waters. So there will be all of that. So it also doesn't surprise me that it's moved. So yeah, I am surprised and I'm not surprised in equal parts is the summary of that, if you get what I'm saying. In reality, I'm not that bothered. If it waits till 2023, it's only another year. And this game could be incredible. It could be incredible. I mean, give me a fucking Quidditch pitch that I can go out. Yes, please. Just jump on my Nimbus 2001. Let's go. I mean, this has the potential to be huge. So if it takes another year, it takes another year. It is what it is. I bet if they had Holmes and not Moriarty, it would have been sorted. I get you. Call him Moriarty. Yes, games journalist, not that Moriarty. I'm semi-interested in this. I can see this game going either way, either amazing or poor. Regardless, it didn't stand out. That says a lot. If it was awesome, you'd remember. The Firebolt. I didn't like the Firebolt. The thing with the Firebolt is, like, it just looks over-designed. It's like someone's tried to make it look. It looks almost Rocky-ish. Like let me show you. Let me show you what I'm saying. Firebolt broomstick images. Can't find a good enough image of it. Nah. We'll leave it. That's a big tangent. But yeah, I'm all about the Slytherin gloss black, smooth motherfucker. Anyway, that's enough of that. So yeah, Hogwarts Legacy looks decent. I mean, regardless, it didn't stand out. I mean, that's the thing though. It's not that it didn't stand out. It was more a case of it felt whatever was said, it didn't live long in the mind because it wasn't an out now, and there was everything else coming alongside it. The Xbox conference just gave so much that looked fucking amazing back then that it was a case of, okay, I don't have time for this. We'll come back to this in a bit. Can't find it. There's loads of images of the Firebolt, but they're all these like weird sort of like fan things. Oh, we don't need it. So yeah, it wasn't a case of it didn't stand out. It did stand out, but it was showing more of the same. So it was like, okay, I'm already excited. I don't need to go back over and be excited about what I was already excited about. So we will put a pin in that, and we will be more excited about Battlefield, which turned out to be shit, and we will be more excited about Elden Ring and so on. So it was a case of, we know that's not now. So it wasn't a case of it didn't stand out. It's just that we put a pin in it for the other stuff that was more time pressing. Anyway, that's enough of that. Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy may not be coming out until 2023. We will give you all the updates on that as they come. We are on the Warner Brothers mailing list, so we will get updates directly from Warner Brothers as well. So we'll let you know when they let us know. Nice. And then finally, we'll finish things off with a little bit of Halo discussion. Speaking of Halo, do feel free to check out Timeless on Twitch, a Timeless Soul in the chat. He has been streaming Halo today, but he hasn't been streaming this kind of Halo. This is Halo 3. Brendan Lowry at Windows Central has the news, and it says, Halo 3 players help fan get their final achievement before server closure. Days before Halo 3 servers closed for good, a group of players banded together to assist one of their peers. So with the multiplayer servers for Xbox 360 Halo games shutting down permanently on January the 13th, 2022, many players have flocked back to the original versions of Halo Reach, Halo 3, and other titles for one last hurrah. Some of these players include members of the Hidden Reach YouTube channel, which is a group that focuses on teaching the Halo community useful hiding spots in multiplayer maps. As seen in a video the group posted on Twitter, a member of the group encountered a player in matchmaking named Fishy956, referred to as Fishy from here on out. And that player needed to get one final Halo 3 multiplayer achievement before the server shut down. The achievement in question is 2 for 1, which requires a player to kill 2 players with a single Spartan laser shot while playing the ranked free-for-all playlist. Since the Spartan laser is more of an anti-vehicle power weapon, and multi-kills with it are difficult to line up in competitive playlists, this is generally considered as one of the hardest achievements in the game. In the pre-game lobby, Fishy asked the Hidden Reach player, as well as the other players, if they'd be willing to allow him to kill them with the Spartan laser so that he could get the achievement. Everyone agreed to help, and after everyone loaded into the match, the players proceeded to line up in a straight line so that Fishy could easily kill them all with one shot.
Yeah, man. Dude, I was wondering, could you help me with the 2 for 1 achievement? I'll let you show me the game if you want, man.
I've just hit play on the video, so you can hear that. Anyway, after Fishy got the achievement and the match ended, he expressed his heartfelt... Actually, I'll mute it. Oh, will I? No, let's skip. Okay, they're in the game. They're all lining up. Bam. Oh, are we going to hear his gratitude now?
Yeah, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. I really do.
There we go.
Bro, that's so fucking kind of you guys. Thank you. I thought I was going to get it. I only had 2 days left.
So I don't know whether you could hear that. It was pretty quiet. He said, yes, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. I really do. Bro, that is so kind of you guys. Thank you. I thought I wasn't going to get it. I only had 2 days left. Oh, isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? I like seeing stuff like that. I mean, obviously, a little bit of match fixing there. We'll ignore that. We'll ignore that. This is nice. I love shit like that. The game is just about to die, quite physically. There will be no way to play that game after January the 13th. So it's already happened. It's already happened. We are recording this podcast live on the 17th. So this has already closed. You got to love this. You got to love this. Players coming together to help out someone for something that for everyone else is irrelevant. It doesn't really matter. But for that one person, it allows completionism on a game that clearly means a lot, because this is something a couple of generations back and he's still playing it, trying to hammer that one achievement. And he's done it. Nice. You love to see it. GG's gamers. You're all beautiful people. Saw the story at the weekend. This was awesome. It is. It's good. It's good. I love stuff like this. Nice. So shout out to Hidden Reach. Shout out to David as well for sharing this. Fatman Dave 8472 in the chat for sharing this Windows Central article with us in our Discord. A reminder that you can help shape our show every single day by dropping into our Discord. If you see any video game news that you want us to talk about, be that old school games like Halo, be that retro, coming back like the PS3 games on the PS5, or be that, I don't know, Lego, Uncharted, whatever it is. If you want us to talk about it, drop the link to the news articles in our Discord. All you need to do is then give us your thoughts and impressions. We will give you our thoughts and impressions on the very next podcast, which will either be a Monday, a Wednesday, or a Friday, depending on where you share that on the Discord. We are going to disappear now. This video, if you have just tuned in on Twitch, will be posted on YouTube a little bit later on today. If you are watching this on YouTube, how are you doing? Happy Monday, you beautiful people. Do feel free to drop a comment down below. If you're watching this on Twitch, do feel free to subscribe on YouTube. !YouTube in the chat will give you the link to that. Also, if you guys don't mind, whenever you get a chance, just go onto the YouTube. If you see our latest video, just drop a comment below it. That's all you need to do. If you can watch the video, open it up in a tab. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Drop a comment, any of that sort of stuff. It does help grow the YouTube channel. Obviously, we aren't really putting a lot of effort into YouTube. It's all focused on Twitch. So if you are watching on YouTube, we apologize for not really being there. But you know, we are Twitch streamers. It says on my top. So we'll do that. But anyone that can help grow the YouTube, we appreciate that. Stick around in the stream, though, if you are watching live. We are going to drop a raid on one of our friends. So if you join the raid, not only do we help out our friend channel, but you get some channel points to spend on Twitch. You can use those on buying, I don't know, a free sub to the channel if you stick around for long enough, or just making me wear a level 3 helmet or something. Like, there you go, Calorim. We wore that one on the weekend. So yeah, don't go anywhere. That is it from us, though. We will be back at 10 a.m.-ish on Wednesday for a 3-stream day. We'll have the scoop in the morning, some insert coin stream in the afternoon, ! Insert coin, if anyone wants to type that in the chat, and then PUBG in the evening. What a day. What a day. That's it, though. Have yourselves a beautiful day. I appreciate you sticking around for the stories. Oh, before we go, Limmy, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate you dropping into the stream. How are you doing today? Give you a reminder of what we went through. Lego Uncharted sets. It's a rumor. It's false. It's not happening. Get out of here. Elsewhere, WWE 2K22 details have been leaked. We went through those today. PS3 games could potentially become to the PS5. Hogwarts Legacy has been delayed. And Halo 3 players are beautiful people. That's basically what we got. Nice, nice. If you want to see all of that, you can watch it back on Twitch, or it'll be on YouTube a little bit later on today. Stick around for the raid, and remember to stay frosty. Yeah.